Beginning December 4th, imported solar modules covered by a new Section 232 action face a minimum import price of 38 cents per watt and an additional 15% duty on specified downstream products.
That is a major policy change for the solar supply chain, but it does not mean every panel on every shelf will instantly cost exactly 38 cents per watt, or that a complete plug-in solar kit will rise by one predictable amount.
Today, we are explaining what the proclamation actually does, what the 38-cent figure means, why consumer prices may respond differently from import values, and what a plug-in solar shopper should do before the effective date. Welcome to Plug-in Solar US latest news. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Mike. On August 6, 2026, the White House issued a presidential proclamation under Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act, addressing imports of polysilicon and its derivatives.
Polysilicon is a key material in much of the solar supply chain.
Correct. The proclamation says the Secretary of Commerce completed a Section 232 investigation and recommended actions intended to address the stated national security concerns. The action establishes a minimum import price program for listed polysilicon products and specifies an additional 15% ad valorem duty for listed downstream products.
So there are two policy tools working together.
Yes, a minimum import price, often called an MIP, and a tariff. The MIP amounts in the proclamation include $21 per kilogram for polysilicon, $100 per kilogram for ingots and wafers, 22 cents per watt for solar cells, and 38 cents per watt for solar modules.
The headline number is 38 cents per watt for solar modules. What does that actually mean?
It is the applicable minimum import price for covered imported solar modules under the program. It is not a general retail price cap, and it is not a promise that a consumer will pay that exact amount for a panel. An import value, an importer's landed cost, a distributor's wholesale price, and a consumer's retail price are related, but they are not the same thing. Shipping, inventory, margins, contracts, exchange rates, distribution, demand, and retailer pricing all influence the final price.
So when the article compares the 38-cent figure with an earlier market benchmark, it is pointing to likely pressure on prices, not publishing a guaranteed price list for every kit.
Exactly. A 400-watt module multiplied by 38 cents equals $152 as a simple MIP arithmetic example. But that figure does not include the rest of a system, and it should not be represented as a final installed or retail price.
Which products are affected and when?
The proclamation addresses polysilicon, ingots and wafers, solar cells, and solar modules, with detailed covered products specified in annexes to the action. For covered goods entered for consumption or withdrawn from warehouse for consumption, the program takes effect at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time on December 4, 2026. The legal trigger is the import entry or warehouse withdrawal date described in the proclamation, not simply the day a consumer puts an item in an online cart.
What could this mean for plug-in solar specifically?
Panels are an important component of a plug-in solar system, so a policy that changes the economics of imported modules can put upward pressure on part of a kit's bill of materials. But a complete kit also includes other components, such as mounting, cabling, an inverter, safety equipment, packaging, shipping, and distribution.
That means one module price input cannot tell us exactly how much a kit will change.
Correct. Effects can differ by manufacturer, country of origin, inventory position, product design, supplier contracts, and the degree to which existing stock was already imported before the effective date. A price floor can be designed to support domestic production, while the near-term consumer effect may depend on whether domestic capacity, distribution, and competing supply can meet demand at different price points.
If someone is considering plug-in solar, should they rush to buy before December 4?
Do not buy a system just because of a headline. First, check whether plug-in solar is authorized where you live, and whether your property, lease, HOA, or local rules permit the specific installation you are considering. Second, compare complete system pricing from credible sellers. Ask what equipment is included, whether product certifications are appropriate, how the warranty works, and whether the seller is making a specific claim about tariff impacts that it can substantiate.
And use the plug-in Solar US Savings Calculator to estimate the local value of the electricity a system may produce. A system with a lower purchase price is not automatically the better value if it is poorly matched to the site, has weaker warranty coverage, or cannot be used legally.
Exactly. The policy changes a key input cost for covered imports. It does not erase the value of solar output, and it does not produce a uniform consumer price outcome across the market.
Mike, give us the bottom line in 3 takeaways.
First, the Section 232 proclamation establishes minimum import prices for covered solar supply chain products, including a 38-cent per watt MIP for imported solar modules beginning December 4, 2026. Second, the action also specifies an additional 15% duty on listed downstream polysilicon derivatives, subject to its terms and exceptions. Third, import price rules can affect plug-in solar kit economics, but they do not dictate one universal retail price. Compare complete systems, verify product quality and eligibility, and make a site-specific decision.
For plug-in solar shoppers, the right response is not panic or speculation. It is better information.
Follow the dates, understand the difference between an import floor and a retail price, and choose equipment based on compliance, warranty, site fit, and total value.
Read the full article and use the Plug-in Solar US tools at pluginsolarus.com. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Mike. Thanks for listening.